The coronavirus pandemic has changed our way of life. Companies are adapting to new conditions. Online stores and services have introduced contactless delivery, and office workers are quarantined and working from home. Rules have changed for everybody. But even though it might be hard to see it now, this storm will eventually pass. But for now, while we're smack dab in the middle of this new normal, it's even more important to look for ways to make this situation, and any problem we may be facing, to work for us. 5 strategies for turning your problem into your opportunity. What if you had the ability to flip your obstacles and turn them into opportunities? Here are 5 simple strategies for doing just that. 1. Change your perspective. Let's imagine for a moment that your next-door neighbors decide to plant a beautiful new hedge in their yard. Unfortunately, their fancy new fern grows so tall that it creates a dry, sunless patch in your yard, and all of your plants die. You could have a hissy fit, get mad, and head toward that hedge with your chainsaw, or you could choose to change your mindset. Instead of starting a war with your neighbors, you consult your trusty gardening books and find out which plants would thrive in a dry, shady home. Now, you no longer have an obstacle, you have a brand new garden project. The same principle applies to life. We choose how we look at things. How we approach an obstacle determines how daunting it will be to overcome. 2. Utilize what's happening. 6 months ago, the thought of wearing a mask in public, especially in America, was the farthest thing from any of our minds. Today, it's totally the norm. And even more, there are thousands of people who are getting rich off of a trend that very few people would have seen coming. When you resist what's happening around you or to you, you automatically operate from a place of fear, pain, upset, and unhappiness. But when you simply accept what is, and act in spite of it, you take back control. 3. Just keep moving forward. When you're facing an obstacle, it's easy to focus on what you've lost. But the sure thing about every time of crisis is that it will eventually end, and even in the midst of what seems like chaos, there are still things you can control. Take inventory of the things at your disposal right now: family, friends, the network of colleagues who might help you take that next step, and all the resources that are helping you economically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. These are the tools that will help you reach your goals. 4. Trust the process. In the chaos of life, process provides us a way. The next time you're facing an obstacle, try not to think through steps A to Z. Just make the next best decision, right now, with what you have. Don't worry about what might happen later, or what the big picture looks like. Just keep moving forward. Once you've done that, make another, and another. Before you know it, that problem that seemed too big to overcome will be miles behind you. 5. What's right is what works. We spend a lot of time thinking about how things are supposed to be, or what the rules say we should do. We try to get it all perfect. We tell ourselves that we'll get started once the conditions are right, or once we're sure we can trust this or that. When, really, it'd be better to focus on making the best of what we've got. There are a lot of ways to get from point A to point B. It doesn't have to be a straight line. It's just got to get you where you need to go. But so many of us spend so much time looking for the perfect solution that we pass up what's right in front of us. So, no matter what problem you're facing, remember that there is a solution, even if it seems a little unconventional. The goal is simply to get beyond that barrier. You can run, jump, or simply walk around it, as long as you get over it. Think progress, not perfection. Take time to learn something new. The bottom line is this: if you can learn to see the opportunities in every situation, you'll start to attract more of those same things that you want to receive in your life.